think that doing our makeup should not be complicated or make us afraid, and then the beauty industry gives us things like this. And I know a lot of people feel uncomfortable with this kind of color stories because you don't have a neutral shade. So let's do a Valentine's Day, this all pretty in pink, and let's try to use all of the shades in here and see if we can come up with a soft glam look with this color story. Let's start with our concealer. I want to prep my eyelids with this. This is a Tower 28 concealer. It is a beautiful creamy formula, and I want to use this one to prep my eyelids because I don't want to use an eyeshadow primer with this. I feel that this formula is good enough to hold on pigment and keep any oils at bay so that your eyeshadow look lasts all day. And I'm using a big fluffy brush for this so that I have a smooth application, and so we have an even base and even color if you wish. I'm going to use the Sephora brush. This is an eyeshadow brush. It's a fluffy brush from Sephora brand number 09, and it's really good to blend eyeshadows. It's really soft and fluffy. I want to start with this shade over here. It's like the darkest color that they give you, and I want to use this basically as the base of my eyeshadow look, but I'm not going to apply it all over because I want to have the classic soft glam, beautiful lighter in the inner corner of your eyes, and then a little bit of smoked out but with pink. So I'm going to start pressing pigments here. This is surprisingly very pigmented. This is a matte eyeshadow and it has a beautiful color payoff. So I like to just press the pigments in here. And this is a good way of incorporating color in your looks if you feel intimidated, if you feel like maybe this would be too much. It's not, I promise you. I feel like the trick with these eyeshadows is always press pigments into your skin. Blending comes later, but I feel like it's a good principle to just start building up color into your eyes, and then you can basically perfect the shape. And with the same brush, I want to go into the light pink that's over here, and this is actually has a little bit of shimmer, so I'm gonna just go very gently with this to give a little bit of radiance to the look and to blend out the edges. If you're thinking maybe you could start with the lighter shade all over your lids, it will give you a completely different look because it has shimmer. It's not a glitter, but it's kind of like a satin mixed with a little bit of glitter. It's hard to describe. I feel like it's not a metallic eye shade. It's a very different texture. I don't know why they haven't advertised this as a unique formula or unique texture, because it kind of is. And I always like to use the same brush and pull out pigment towards the eyebrow actually. That's how you get like it's called a blown out effect. And for I would say that my inner corner and the first third of my eyelid, I'm going to go in with this over here. It's hard to show in camera. It feels like it's a beautiful pink glitter, but it has like a silver sparkle in it. It's definitely a glitter topper. I'm gonna come close and you cannot see it probably because it's a glitter topper. So let's change to use the same pink that I was using before, this one over here. See how much we can build up this color. It's showing up better than pink topper. So the pink glitter topper will look so beautiful over just a neutral eye, and then adding that on top, it will be like little diamonds in your eyes. And you can do this look with any eye shape. It's not just classic crease color and then lighter inner corner. This will work for hooded eyes, but also other eyeshadows like deep set eyes and more like the ones we consider almond eye. Now I want to use this one. This is a satin shade and I want to use it to give it a little bit of depth to my eye look, so it will introduce a different texture to it. Maybe it's not about changing the color because I don't think it will give us that much depth, but because it's a different formula, it will basically elevate the look. This is a matte with shimmer eyeshadow look. It's very friendly for an afternoon, but if you wanted to give it an extra, touch for dinner or for an event, I think that this color will be really good. Or if you just want to do like one shadow, one rose gold, sort of like smoked out shade, but just like simple, use this one over here. And you can tap it on top of the lighter shade that we have, so you're sort of like blending both worlds. It has a beautiful warmer undertone to it. The other two were cool undertone, more like a blue base pink, and this one is richer, so will definitely give you a smokier look. For those of you that don't like eyeshadows that have fallout, this is beautiful. And now I'm going to use the same shade to smooth out my lower lash line, same brush. Now I'm going to go in with the pink glitter, the topper that we have here, because I want to see what payoff we have. And this is a swatch of the shade. It's interesting because it picks up, and when you pick it up with your finger, it feels more like a satin kind of metallic shade, but it's actually a topper. This one is so beautiful on its own. I'm going to try it later with a neutral eye look. I think it will look beautiful. It definitely brings a point of interest, a point of light into your eyes when if you're in a dinner or an event, when you move your head, these kind of shimmers and textures pick up the light and reflect, and that's why this type of formula are so beautiful for like a dinner time, because restaurants and places like that have really great illumination that will make your eyes stand out for sure. Now I already had my base done and my bronzer, and now I want to introduce this beautiful blush duo from Patrik, and I want to show you that these colors don't need to be scary, but you can also wear them in a soft way, in a complementary way for a monochromatic look. Just don't overdo it. Regardless of your skin tone, always be mindful of your pigment amounts and the balance between your eyes and the rest of your outfit and your makeup. And this blush is created to be used layers of first the powder and then the cream formula, so that's what we're gonna do. Look how pigmented that is. It's so beautiful. We will finish our eyes later. For this, I don't want to have my mascara and an eyeliner introducing different colors in my look. I want to have it simple so I can see the harmony between the different shades of pink, holding a mirror and just like an arm's length. I feel like this is definitely a very powerful pigment formula, so gentle. And Patrik recommends to use the cream on top of the powders to give radiance. I'm going to go with a very light hand because I don't want this to be costume pink makeup. I want it to be a Valentine's love letter to pink. Look at this pigment. It's pretty punchy. I think in summer it's gonna look really, really pretty. Now this is my foundation brush, and this is the one that I was using before I started recording, so it still has some of the product in it, and this is how we're going to blend this color into our skin. We're not just gonna let it sit on top because I'm very fair skin. I'm going to use my foundation brush with whatever is left to blend a little bit. If you have darker skin tones or medium skin tones, you're very lucky because you don't need to do this. But if I want to play with color, I have to blend it, otherwise any amount of color will be too much. I just like to go over the edges. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and we finish with the lip recommendations and a finishing spray. So this is my final result. I use a MAC Stack mascara. So far it's my favorite that I'm using right now, and I like it for looks that I want to be a bit more impactful and bright. So this one works great. I like the contrast of the black and the pinks. And for my setting spray, I did not on purpose get a pink one, but since this is the theme of the video and the first 2 weeks of the month, let's use this one from CoverGirl. It is actually a very refreshing vitamin C based mist, and I think it has rose water in it. I'm sorry, it's cactus water, and it's one of my favorite refreshing mists. It's like fancy water for your face, and I like this one. It's not exactly a setting spray, but I have found that for dry skin it works really well to just basically melt all the butters and creams together, and it helps stay my makeup. If you're oily skin, this is refreshing. I'm not sure that it's going to give you longevity, but it's not going to make you oily either. So this is the final makeup. I feel that I don't need much more on my eyes. I don't want to make them heavier or anything. I just use one coat of mascara. I like the effect it gives on the eyes with the contrast between the metallics and the shimmers and then the black. For my lips, I use a NYX Lower Pencil. This is the Line Up Loud in the shade Ambition Statement. And I use another drugstore product. This is a Maybelline Lifter Glow in this shade Petal, and I combine the two for a long wearing lip combo that will go great with pink eyes. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more pink eyeshadows. Just kidding. If you want to see more colorful and editorial inspired makeup looks. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!